everyone, thank you for joining me today. Before we start, can I just say a real big thank you to everyone who has subscribed recently and anybody who's commented. It really does make my day when I read comments, as I'm so nosy, and when I see that people have subscribed, so thank you very much. Also as well, I've started my website, so if you want a private reading, you can book through there. There is a blog, but I wouldn't read it yet because it's not really what it should be. But do have a look. It's HULUPPU.co.uk if you fancy a reading. They start about £10. Anyway, today's reading is going to be the situation between you from their point of view. So the situation between you both from their point of view. You've got 3 piles, pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. I'll get going.
La música de Harry Frog.
Okay, right, let's get started. I think either this person sees you as somebody who is very hardworking and very caring. You may possibly be a mother, or you may possibly work with children, or in just some way in your life you spend most of your time nurturing other people. You've got Cancer up here for you with the Page of Pentacles. So this speaks to me with the 6th house of somebody who works hard, probably earns a living through nurturing, taking care of others, providing for others, being very emotionally astute. In fact, Cancer people tend to be, especially with the Page of Pentacles, although it speaks to me of starting off rather than being the top of a business. Cancer people, which surprises others, sorry, that was very stupid the way I said that, they tend to be very good business people. They're very good at reading people. They're very good at being centered, at they are the crab with the soft center and the hard shell. So they're really good with their soft center at seeing what's happening, reading people, being there for people, knowing what people underneath them actually want, but also being tough enough to move forward. They can be. I always find Cancers extremely stubborn. Another thing that surprises me about Cancer, which is this, how this person sees you, is they're very sensual. They're very sexual. Actually, sensual more than sexual. Because for the same reasons that they're good in business, they're very good at reading what other people need and what other people want, and they provide in such a way that's very caring and makes the other person feel like they can read their mind and provide everything that they need. So in both spheres of life, there's an intuitive, focused, determined air to you, a hardworking. And you've got the Empress here, which is basically jumping right into the middle of the reading. So how they see the situation is either very caring, this is from your point of view and how they see you, and I think they possibly see you either as a potential mother if you're female, and if you're male, and a potential father or parent. Or if you're male, yeah, that's it. If you're male, a potential father or parent. They're coming across here as almost a similar sort of energy. You've got the High Priestess here, which is very good at reading people's emotions as well, the same as the Cancer. So the Pisces and the Cancer here, so it's like watery. And then you've got hardworking here they've got Capricorn and Mars. So I think you two almost mirror each other. There's like a focused, practical energy about you both, but there's an emotional content there as well, which is very good at picking up situations from words that aren't said and from body language, that type of thing. So I think that when you two are together, there could possibly be some unspeakable, as in you haven't spoken about it, attraction that is almost felt rather than displayed or openly communicated. But I do think both of you work really hard. I think you're very focused in that area. Capricorn, Mars, to me, those two together can be quite harsh in work. They want to get to the top of where they want to go, and they're going to do it. They're prepared to work on their own, and they're prepared to work every hour that God sends. You've also got the 6th house Cancer, which I'm not saying is the same energy as in you will work all the hours of the day, but it's somebody who needs to feel that they're making a difference in work, somebody who likes to make practical efforts to get where they want to go. You're not work shy, either of you. Right, how they see the situation, apart from seeing you as being hardworking and practical and almost very similar to themselves, I'm sure they must feel some sort of bond. It's almost like talking to themselves in some way. But with the Empress here, I wonder whether you are a mother or whether you basically just give the image that you're very caring, very nurturing. They may have seen you talking to children or talking to people in your care and can see a nurturing side to you. That's how they see you. And if they see the situation between you two the same, then it's almost as if you recognise each other, and it's as if there's this sort of bond between you two that's as if you wouldn't hurt each other, as if you would bring out the best of each other, and almost like a mother to a child, as in you can recognise yourself in each other, know where your sore spots or vulnerabilities are, and then just don't poke the bear too much. You basically try and bring each other's good points out rather than trying to make your egos feel better from bouncing off each other, if you know what I mean. Right, in the past, I'm wondering whether, I'm going to go over these cards to get some more information as I go along, but I'm just going to read it as it is now. Is it really dark in here? Right, in the past you've got the Tower card, so I don't know whether in the past your relationship has broken down, or they think that your relationship has broken down, or in some way there's been some revelation or something that has basically pulled the rug from under their feet and they don't really know what's going on. It could have been painful, but I do think there's been a huge shift in the way that they look at the relationship in the past. At the moment, I'm getting the impression, I am going to go over these for more clarification, with the Queen of Swords here, and this card here speaks to me of the female in the relationship, or the female energy in the relationship, as being more dominant. It's almost like a matriarchal feel about this. If you're female, or if the person who you're asking about is female, it's them that seem as if they're almost on top of the relationship, making the decisions, but it's as if it's like a motherly energy, as if you really don't want to go against that energy because you are afraid of the love being taken away. So whoever is the female, if there's two females, you're going to have to decide yourself which one you think fits in. There's one person in this relationship is boss hog and more domineering than the other. So I'm not saying, I don't get the feeling that's unequal in any way, but I do think a balance is probably needed, but that's from my point of view, not from their point of view. Somebody is making the decision. There's a slight imbalance here of who I'm thinking is a more motherly, mature, nurturing energy is the one that's calling the shots. Right. In the near future, they're hoping for things to sort of like a new beginning. They're hoping that things equal out, and that although there's still independence there between the pair of you, I think they want some sort of revelation or some sort of new beginning with you. So it's like turning over a new leaf, because these two cards here, this is a situation surrounding, and this is the near future. And if this is how they see the situation, it's almost as if they're hoping for a new beginning, for things to basically stop how they have been and start afresh, but with an air of independence and an air of maturity. If that sounds really bad, does that sound boring? But I don't think so, because this to me seems like a very sort of mature pile. And if both of you do have some water in you, that wouldn't bother you. You'd rather have stability and give and take, rather than there's not a really fiery feel about this. There's not the feel of I need to go on an adventure and I need to have rampant sex every night. This is a feeling of wanting to, you mirror each other and you're wanting to pull the best out of each other. I do think though that you two have had some sort of boundary between you, more so in the past, and I think that still is there, and I think that they want to almost get over this. They can't get close to you, and I think they see it as in it's just almost impossible to get near you. And I think something has happened in the past which has made this more obvious to them that you just can't get together the way that they would like to. And I also think as well that they may find you a little bit cut and dry. With this, Cancer can be quite terse at times. A Cancer, when you're with them, they always make you feel really good because they speak softly, they're gentle and they're caring. But when you get a text from a Cancer or somebody who's got Cancer predominantly, I'm not saying you are Cancer, I'm just saying this is the energy I'm picking up, it always comes across as really rude. So I wonder whether you're a mixture of straightforward practicalness and caring and nurturing, but I wonder whether they're slightly a bit apprehensive because they're finding it hard to get to you anyway with something that's happened in the past. And I wonder whether they're a bit scared of opening up to you because they feel that you could just cut them off. And I definitely feel you could cut them off from a premeditated or some sort of that you don't like them way. It's just basically they wonder what's going to come out of your mouth. Okay, right. What they would like more than anything with you is for things to be balanced and things to be, I'm going to say back to normal, but I don't mean that because you've got the temper in the past, the tower temper, the tower in the past. I think what they want to do is to sort of fit together what you're both thinking, where you both want to go in the relationship with what you're also both feeling. Because this pile to me is a feeling pile with practicality there. Right, I'm going to add some more just to see if I can get an inkling right in the sorry, I thought I missed a cut in the past. Let me just see what possibly could have gone on between you two. Okay, in the past it looks to me as if somebody has done something like moved away from the relationship in a way that's almost seen slightly underhand, and it could be to do with the family situation. There could be one of you possibly could be married, or one of you could be pursuing a career and almost be at the pit, especially with these Capricorn Mars card. It could be them. They could be engrossed in work and had to move away from you for some reason. Or there could be a family situation where one of you could be involved with someone else and the other one, it could have been quite secretive, the way that you have got together or the way that this person has left you or you have left this person, and that's the way that they would view it. If not, it's basically that this person is focusing on their money and their career and almost feels that to do that they can't actually give you the time that they would like to give you or that they think that you deserve. At the moment, this can speak to me of two ways. If it is a family involvement, if you are already in a relationship, what they see is you in a relationship, because you've got the Queen of Swords and you've got the King of Swords. And this may explain the Emperor here, that if you're with somebody or there's somebody still around you that they can't get close to you because of this person, they still see that and they would like that to end before they can actually come towards you. Either that, or they see these two cards. This is at the moment, and they've got the King of Swords, and what was originally the first card is the Queen of Swords. So it could possibly be that they see that they're your counterpart, if it's not somebody else in the relationship from these cards, I won't show you them. I don't know if you can see them or not. No, you can't. These are your past cards. So you've got the Tower, you've got the Seven of Swords, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles. So that speaks to me of something that's fallen to pieces through some sneaky action, possibly to do with a family, or possibly somebody almost feeling that they can't give you anything because they've got to concentrate on their work, and they know that it doesn't feel right. They know that it feels as if it's not giving you enough. The present situation, what's happening at the moment, you've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So if it's not somebody who's already in a relationship, or you're not already in a relationship, it possibly could be that they see you from these cards here as their counterpart. And what they would like to do is everything to change from just basically not moving forward as much as they would want to a more romantic relationship. But I think they realise that for this to happen, it's got to be a big change, and that change has to be made. I think they do spend a lot of time and work. If this is not a relationship where one of you is already taken or still emotionally involved with somebody else, even if you're not with that person, I think that's quite a stumbling block for them. Yeah, there's a strong feeling of a need for equality in here. With that Queen of Swords, with the lion, yeah, the lioness with their hand on top of the lion, and then you've got the Judgment card here and the need for change, and you've got the Six of Pentacles, which can speak for an unequal relationship. What they want is and the Four here, the Four of Wands, it's balance. That's for anything to stand up. It needs four corners. Not for anything, but for a pergola to stand up, it would need four corners. And then there's this need here for equality, and it's a big need, and it's something that needs to change in the future. They want, this is how they see the relationship. They see it as the rug being pulled from underneath them in the past. They can see that you are very similar. They don't feel they can get towards you. They can almost smell how nurturing you are, and it's something that they yearn. But there's a need for equality and stability, and also, but equally weighed out with, with freedom and independence. So this person here views your connection as nurturing, as mirroring, but a need for equality and stability and forward movement, because they feel as if they just can't get to you. There's too much in the way at the moment. Let me just have a little look to see what exactly is in the way. We've sort of hinted down here with these cards that it possibly could be work, or it possibly could be another connection, maybe marriage or family in some way. Now here you are. Your stumbling block in this relationship is that they feel like it's almost impossible to get near you. And there's like healing. There's like moving away from a hard situation onto a situation which they feel you or they feel more ease. And then you've got the Empress. So the Empress is like beauty. It's like motherhood, which you've got here, which has come up twice. And you've got Cancer. I think what they're doing is that they're giving you, how they see the relationship is that they feel they need to give you time. If you're the female in this energy, or if you've got children, or whether motherhood is very important to you, or whether your career involves some type of nurturing, it's you, they feel that they need to give you time. And all they crave is balance and equality from this relationship, because you've got the End card is the Justice, with balance between the heart and the head. You've got balance with the Four of Wands there. You've got Judgment in the near future, which is definitely a need to make things, to wake things up and start again. And you've got almost a feeling of inequality here. So there's another one here. Well, I suppose the lovers in some way. And you've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords here. So they can see that you two are very similar, but they do feel that for some reason they can't get close to you because it's not equal. Because you possibly could be a mother, and that you are putting your time and energies into your children or your family. Or if you work in some sort of nurturing or with children, it's that your work is almost taking them away from you. Right, I've got cards all over the place here. So I'm just going to sum it up. Let me just stick them all together. Right. Okay. Right, pile number 1. I think that you two are very similar energies. There is a real balance of work ethic, practicality and intuitive, watery, emotional side to the pair of you. You're probably very astute. You're probably very good in business. This person, I think, is more focused on the top, and you think you're more just focused on giving in business and making everything run nicely and feel good. And I wonder whether you are in some career or some business where you are either in childcare or teaching, or in your line of business that you nurture other people and bring them up in a caring way. In the past, I feel that the relationship has almost, it might have been painful, and it might have been some sort of ending where family was involved, or there was some sort of deception or movement away. At present, I do feel that although they see you as their equal, I think that you have the stronger energy. They can see the similarities between you, and you have the stronger energy. There's a definite pull towards you, and this pull is, I think they want more from you, but I think they do want more from you because you've got the Lovers and the Death, and they want that to change. But the only way that that's going to change is because they feel it's almost impossible to get to you, is if there's balance in the relationship. They need their independence. They probably need their time in work, and they probably need a lot of home time as well, where they're basically cut off. So I think they would see that I'm doing it from their point of view. They would see that they're open to a relationship. I think the relationship with you is hard to get to, but if the relationship was to continue, they would need equality, or to start off, they would need equality, and they would need a lot of free time. I'm not saying that they pick up that you're not going to give it to them. And there's a lot of healing going on in this relationship, or you are a mother or work with children, or a father and work with children. And the end result to me just speaks of balance. What this person wants from this relationship, how they see the relationship is difficult to get to, a real sense of healing if they can get closer to you, but for that to happen, there needs to be freedom, equality, and equal give and take. Right, pile number 1. I hope that makes sense in some way. Please let me know in the comment section if it does, or which bits do, because it's really interesting to me to just to know, really. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you again. Bye. Okay, hi there, pile number 2. Right, I'm just going to say something right at the beginning. I wonder whether this is a work situation, and I wonder whether it's really difficult for you two to be together. I'm getting the impression that your person is somebody who's really hardworking, somebody who takes life quite seriously, is quite practical, quite down to earth, but inside themselves they have, which I think they probably find quite strange, a strong need for a karmic bond. I think that they have this feeling that there's something bigger in life, which doesn't quite go hand to hand with their practicality. Whether a strong feeling that there's somebody out there, or there basically even could be something they've come across recently. There's a feeling of being more to life, and it's almost inside them, burning up at the moment. So to me, it speaks of somebody who's practical, who likes to see who likes to know what's in front of them and to be able to touch and feel it, rather than it to be something in their mind that they can't grab onto. But I think at the moment it makes me feel as if there's something going on in their life that is waking them in some way, and it could be to do with either a connection with somebody who's waking them up and they're beginning to feel like fire burning inside them, or whether it's just something they're beginning to see the patterns that are going on in their life and seeing life as a bigger picture rather than a little bit more, like an ant on the floor. They just can see the tiles, or they can see the table leg. I wonder if there's a burning inside of them which makes me think it's passionate or something. Not just passion as in like passion for somebody, but even more than that. It could be both. It's something passion inside them. It's like a bit of an awakening. These cards together, because they're quite practical, quite focused, quite work orientated, and then you've got the sacred fire by them. It's something's rumbling in your person. Right, the rumblings that your person is having at the moment are something that you probably lived with for most of your life. Because you've got Sagittarius and Neptune. To me, these cards just speak of awareness. There's like Neptune has this sort of like quality of reading patterns in the most beautiful, gentle way. They are somebody that can listen to music and play it. They can listen to a song once and almost just walk off and play it on a piano. It's like osmosis. They suck in information. If you find somebody with Pisces in, camera clicks off every half hour. It's like the energy of being there and making life fun, making life exciting, searching, looking, rolling over people, laughing with Neptune, which just sucks in and is beautiful and takes on everything, and then if they don't drown, it comes out again in some beautiful form. So you've got to have your boundaries with Neptune to keep yourself alive and keep yourself running. With Sagittarius there, I think you probably do have your boundaries. But with the Four of Swords, I wonder whether it's one of those times where you feel as if you need to just pull back a bit to make sure that you keep yourself in the same energy that you need to. With this card here, made me think that you work together, because how this person sees a relationship is possibly either balanced in some way. It's either something that's been, look at the cards behind, something that's been running for a long time, and in their mind is absolutely fine that it's running for a long time. But there's also something as well with the Emperor card here. And with this card in particular, it just talks to me as if it's fine, but no, it's not fine. I'm telling lies. It's not fine. It's not fine, because there's just something. It's balanced. No, I don't even think that. I'm going to put some cards on this. This is the reason. Four of Wands always to me speaks of balance. It's 4 sticks standing out of the ground that you can put anything on top and it would make it solid. Then you've got the Emperor card here, and with this card it makes me think that it's almost impossible to get to you. So I'm possibly thinking with these two, but especially with the Virgo and Saturn card here, that you may work together and they can't actually get to you. And I wonder whether they see that they can't get to you, and I wonder whether you, with all your beautiful energy, has just basically stopped with this relationship and thought, I can't take any more of that. Your energy is something that needs to give, needs to flow, needs to move forward, needs to attack and have fun. Their energy is hardworking, so they can probably cope with the situation a lot better than you, but they feel this passion rumbling and this connection rumbling, but they just can't. I'm thinking they just can't get to you. I'm going to go through the cards to see whether that is actually so. Right, in the past there has been, I think, I don't think, because we're looking from their point of view. They think that they have been very forthcoming with you. They think that they have shown their affection for you and they've made it really clear. And you've got the King of Wands. Sorry, I know what the King of Wands means to me, but I'm just looking at this card to see if I can pick anything else out of it. To me, it feels as if they have been emotionally mature and very obvious and direct with their feelings for you, but not in a way that's overstepped the mark. I think that I'm still getting a work feeling. This man's holding a book. He's got binoculars that he's not using. I think that he has told you, or she has told you, or made you feel that there's a connection between you. I don't think they've hidden it from you. This person could be already a family person. The King of Wands can often feel like somebody, can often be somebody who's actually already taken in some way. I'm still getting a work connection there because of the book in the hand, and that man looks like he's giving a lecture. He looks like he's saying something and trying to look like he knows what he's saying. You know that face you have when you work. Right, let me put some extra cards on these as I go around. Actually, I'm going to put some King of Wands to see if I can get anything more out of that. Now, this person believes that he has made it clear that he's attracted to you. But he still feels that even though there's been some sort of flirting, it probably is very straightforward flirting with the King of Wands, and that he feels the relationship may be stable in work, but he feels that he can't actually get to you. That would make more sense. Okay, he feels that he has, or the person that you're asking, male or female, has been very forward in letting you know what they feel about you, but he feels that you've almost shunned him in some way and you're looking the other way. You possibly could have somebody else younger, because this is him or her. And the King of Wands is passionate and just says what they're thinking. They're not going to hide it. This is you with your face turned away, with somebody else with their face turned away. So I wonder whether he feels that whatever he's given you already has not been received very well from you. Because the card for the moment, which is happening at the moment, how he sees the moment, is almost as if there's something deceptive going on, there's something sly going on. He feels that, I get the feeling that he feels that you're not interested, or she feels that you're not interested. And this person's very stoic. There's this sort of go to work, do your job, get home, but they're beginning to feel the rumblings of something else to life. So I think they're almost seeing this in you, and they're reaching out because they want a bit of you, because you make life seem a little bit wider than their practical outlook. And I think they put their feelers out towards you, and they feel that they've not actually got where they want to with you. See, they feel, this is them now. Seven of Wands is like deceit. There's like the snake in the person's head, man or woman, and they basically, it just feels like something sly's happened. They feel that you, from these cards at the bottom with the Queen of Pentacles turning their head this way, they feel that you've almost rebuffed them in some way, and that you're moving away from them. They can't get near you because they've got the Emperor. And here's you, the Star, which to me, I know it's Aquarius, but Sagittarius and Neptune to me have that feel of being aware of what's going on in the outside world, and almost in a big sense. And they are having rumblings of this bigger sense of how things work, and they want to get close to you because they feel that's what you can give them. You make their life make more sense. Right, there's still this, look at this man's face. I mean, it might be a female, but good heavens. This person is not happy. I mean, you've got Virgo, hardworking, straight-faced, very humble, very beautiful. You've got Saturn, hardworking, straight-laced, with a face like that. So something that you have done to this person, that you have shown them what possibly could be in life, and then you've almost cut off from them with the Four of Swords. You've almost turned your back on them, and you're just lying low at the moment. They can sense, they can smell your energy and how you live your life, and they want some of it. So they've got this face on. they've got this face on because they're almost saying, well, I'm not going to climb that mountain to get to you. This is how they're viewing the situation. Po-faced, hurt, pouty, not coming towards you. There's almost a hint of, I don't actually mean this word, but there's a hint of admiration. I was going to say jealousy then. There's a hint of admiration from them to you. They almost would like to be in your shoes and see life through your eyes. Right. So how else do they see the relationship apart from pouting like a baby because they can't get to you and admiring the way that you are? They also see it, the ultimate that they want from you. It's almost, they almost see you like they see you like an ideal partner. The Ten of Cups here, and the fact that you are very quite similar. No, actually, you're not similar. They are coming with this sacred femme right from the very beginning. I felt it because it didn't go with these cards here. It's just something that's developing in them. So they haven't quite got it yet, but you have with the Sagittarius and Neptune. And I think that they want to come closer to you, and they almost see it as in you're the ideal partner. Right. Okay, your last card is the Four of Pentacles, so I'm going to sum it up with the Four of Pentacles at the end. My sister's upstairs saying I'm annoying her, speaking downstairs, and she's on a work call. Cheeky sod. Right. Your person's hardworking with a rumbling of something new that's coming into their life, and they feel it in their belly. It's passion, and it's passion for life, and it's passion for somebody else probably, or definitely other people. It's just passion, and it rumbles inside you and it wakes you up, and that's what they're feeling. And it might be something new that they've not felt before. What they can do is they can see it in you. They can see that you think on a bigger scale. They can see that you give on a bigger scale, and they can see that you basically bring in things and processes them on a bigger scale. But at the moment, you've cut off from them. They feel as if they've made some sort of progress with you and let you know their feelings, and what you've done is basically not reciprocated them. So at the moment, they're in this energy of feeling like they've been done over. They feel like something sly has happened, you've moved away, but they're still yearning for your look on life, for the way that you come into, I'm assuming, work. Come into work as if you've got no cares, easygoing, laid back, bohemian type of style that you basically waft around in. This is the face that they're pulling at the very thought of this, that you, how dare you continue being so beautiful, ignoring me and not coming towards me. And then I think this is a work situation, but it's definitely a situation where they feel that you have cut them out, and it's almost a momentous climb to get to you. You are their ideal partner, and at the moment with the Four of Pentacles, they are holding on. You are holding on with the Four of Swords and doing nothing about it, and they are holding on and not coming towards you because they feel rebuffed. Right, okay, I'm going to finish there. I hope that makes sense to you. But if this person is giving you a little bit of the cold shoulder and the pouty face, please let me know, because I find that quite amusing. Right, thank you very much, Pouty, for listening, and I hope to see you again. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3. Right, your person is coming across really well. But from my point of view, maybe not from anybody else's point of view. I think at the moment that there's stability in your relationship, as I think you are possibly in each other's life, or the situation has reached some sort of level where things haven't moved, but there's a lot of memories here. The Five of Cups for the outcome, how they see the situation is almost, I'm going to have to start that again. I'll tell you why. the end card is the Four of Wands, which speaks to me as the end result of stability, as things being equal, as things being balanced. But what they actually see, the answer to the question overall, the situation between you two is almost like a memory inside them. They've got the Five of Cups where it's moved on, somebody's moved away, and it's like a snapshot. And what has happened in this person, this is how they see it, that they are almost having to dig out memories. I need to put more cards on this at the end. They have to dig out memories because they've just felt things moving inside them, as in they're feeling their emotions opening up, but they almost feel as if a lot of it's in the past, as if they're almost trying to dig out the memory of you rather than something that's happening at the moment. But I don't understand why your Four of Wands card at the end here is there. Because to me it talks of stability, while this here talks of something that is in the past, or they're digging up old memories or trying to recapture old conversations, or there's something that they keep pulling up that is opening their heart. There's something that's happened between you two in the past that is causing them, that has caused them to feel the attraction. Are they younger than you? Because the end cards, you've got stability, you've got the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So I wonder whether they're younger than you and how they see the situation is some sort of stable situation. It could be work, it could be Four of Wands. I had this in the last two piles actually. Is a card that speaks of balance and stability, possibly a workplace situation, possibly some connection with a building or somewhere where you both bump into each other or work together or spend a lot of time together. And you've got the Queen of Wands, which could possibly be an older woman and a younger man, or just a different, depending on the sex, a different age range. Right, anyway, sorry, I've gone into trying to decide what's going on with the pack without speaking to you there. Okay, I'm going to start again. Here you go. Your person's energy is coming across as Uranus Venus. So this person is beautiful, forward-looking, expansive, romantic, and just somebody who is aware of what's going on and where they want to go next, and probably in a wider sense. They are somebody who probably has an electric quality about them, and it wouldn't surprise me whether the first time you saw this person you fell in love with them. It's one of those attractions which start off straight away and it almost blows you off your feet. It's excitement. When you're with this person, they're probably very easy to talk to. They probably make you feel very at home. They're probably very friendly and you feel like you've known them for ages. But you also get that air of an uneasiness, as if you're not quite sure where you stand with them. You wonder whether they're friendly with everybody and anybody. But with Venus Uranus as well, this is a type of person who changes the way that you look at relationships. They're very expansive, you've got expansion here, and they're in the process of, at this very moment, of this energy anyway, changes all the time. It moves forward, it doesn't like to be stagnant. And in relationships, it doesn't like relationships that are stagnant. Venus is relationships. You've got expansion here, so this snake is losing its skin. So I think your person is, even if they're not your Aquarius, if they're not Libra, they are in the process of some exciting change, and they're engrossed in it. They're moving forward and they're changing their whole personality. So this person in your life at the moment is an exciting person to be attached to or be near. You are coming across as very focused, very determined, quite a home bird, but there's something inside of you that's very sexual. There's something inside of you that's very sensual and determined and focused. There's a drive in you. You're the type of person who very protective over their home and doesn't take crap from anybody. So let's get to your relationship and how they see it. So I think that your relationship there's something that's happened between you two in the past that is causing them to open up towards you. So they're expanding in many different ways, but with the Three of Wands here with the flower in their heart, their heart's expanding as well. And it's something between you two that's happened in the past. I think that they found it really difficult to get near you. I think that you have been a difficult, let me put some cards on that, because the past situation here is the Emperor, and to me this card doesn't speak of somebody who's quite austere or somebody who's quite controlling. It speaks to me of just difficulty of getting to somebody in a relationship read, because you've got the Mountain there. Let me put a few cards on that and see. Okay, you've got the Five of Cups here, and I said earlier about like looking towards the past and having some sort of memory that's made them feel they feel with the Emperor here not being able to get close to you, but they really do feel a huge connection. You remind them of somebody they possibly could have fallen in love with before. You remind them of childhood friends. You remind them of just the beauty and the excitement of their childhood. There's a connection there, and I think this connection with these two planets has been immediate. It's almost as if you've seen each other, you've met each other, and it's just happened, and they can't get that out of their mind. That's where this heart is opening up, because I don't think they can get to you, but they feel the connection extremely strongly with these cards here. It's nostalgic, it's childlike, and this is what this type of person lives for. You've got a Venus, Uranus. They live for excitement and just fun. But at present, they're coming across as the King of Swords, which to me is very much Uranus. This is it, Che Guevara card. To me, I know who's got Uranus rising. They're almost putting on an air of being cool, which I think they do really well, of not being bothered, of almost there might be a bit of rebelliousness coming from them, a bit of they're probably very determined not to show you what they're feeling. They're really, if this hasn't happened, I don't think it has, it possibly could have with the Emperor, they're really scared of getting their heart broken. I mean, there's one thing about Uranus and Aquarius, that they're quite shy when it comes down to it, but you don't actually think, because the energy is quite strong and quite direct, and can be a bit sort of overpowering at times, but there's a shyness about them. So I think this person may have cut off from you. This is how they're seeing the situation, as they feel as if, from their point of view, they're going to have to play it cool because they're afraid of getting their heart pummeled. So from their point of view as well, they feel the connection, but they feel as if it's really difficult to get to you. They're in a process of expansion and wanting to be a bigger person. You're in the process. You're not quite as playful as them with this energy. So with this card here, with the Princess of Cups in the near future, I think it's them that are going to come towards you, and they've almost decided that they're going to move out of this energy of being cool and just cool, playing it cool, and they're going to make you some sort of emotional small offer. I think they're going to show you their feelings, and which is going to lead to a feeling of stability and a feeling of being connected in some way. But I do wonder whether there's an age gap between you. You're coming across here, compared to their energy, as being tough nut to crack. With this Emperor card here, and you've got Lilith here. Lilith here is it's sexual, but on its own terms. It's almost as if this is who I am, accept it or get lost. And with the Chariot here, almost makes me feel as well, you know, this is quite a tough, you are a tough nut. You've got the Chariot, you've got Lilith, so this person finds it difficult to get close to you, and I wonder if you put a wall around you. And with the fourth house here is also, the fourth house to me is very, don't cross my boundaries. So I wonder whether you, I don't know how attractive you find this person, whether it's, you know, who you have in mind, but I think that you are coming across as hard to get close to. Hard to get close to. There's a strength about you. There's a need not to... What's the word when you... Not reciprocate, but when you make things equal between both of you. There's a need not to... I'm going to say give in. I can't think of the word. Let me know in the comment section if you can think of the word. I'll tell you what I'm trying to explain. You're very determined, but you don't want to give up your values to meet them. You're prepared to meet them, but they've got to come and meet you. And your values and what you see important, they're quite important to you and they're quite strong. If you can think of the word and help me out, put in the comment section, please. My manners. I forgot what I was saying now. Right, I'm going to start summing you up here. So the question is the situation between you both from their point of view. They're coming across as somebody who is open to new experiences. They like adventure and excitement, and they like to love, and they like it to be passionate, and they don't like to wait. They're impatient, and they feel as if there's something inside them that's moving forward, and they want this to be also in the realm of relationships. You're coming across as quite focused, quite you have your boundaries, and you have a real inner strength about you. You have a deep feeling of wanting quality in a relationship, and you're not going to, whatever that word is that I'm hoping is going to come in the comments, you're not prepared to waver. They feel that they have a real immediate and strong connection with you, and it's almost as if this could please your fourth house, because they make them feel as if you are home to them. And I think it's probably vice versa, because with Uranus, if you see them like this, there's an immediate friendship, there's an openness straight away, and there's an immediate connection, and they feel that with you also, and that's probably exactly what they're looking for. There's openness between you, there has been openness, and there's an immediate recognition of being one, almost being connected, or being able to see each other in each other. They're playing it cool at the moment, but I think in the near future they're going to come towards you with some small offer, some flirting, perhaps some sort of texting, just something small and childlike and fun. Their heart has opened with regards to you, and they don't know which way to go forward, but that's probably the way they're going to take. They're really scared. They feel very vulnerable because I think that they are quite reserved with regards to revealing their inner workings. I don't think that people that know them every day, so on everyday terms, think they're reserved, but I do think when it comes to, and Aquarius is quite hard at showing their deeper emotions. They're friendly, they're open, but they only let a few people in really close. So this person, I think, is very much like that. And what I think you will end up with, and what this person sees, is that I think you'll end up with a stable relationship. I don't know if it'll be romantic stable, but there's definitely some sort of work situation, stability, where you two are together and you are meant to be together, and it just feels good. So they see this relationship as a real strong attachment, but difficult to get close to you, but they're going to in the near future make some small offer. They're going to stop reminiscing over the connection which they feel is really quite profound to them. It's profound in a childlike attachment and recognition and just a warm feeling. But they're afraid of getting hurt. But I think that you will end up together in some way. Right, okay.